Very good morning to you guys. Hope you're doing well. The COT data is released one day early, which is really cool. Kristen did it for us on a Saturday. Normally it's done on Sunday, so that's really appreciated. Thank you, Kristen. When you get the document itself, it's an Excel file. It kind of depend on what tab Kristen's left it at, I think. So he left it at the summary delta previous week. I'm not sure how it works for you guys. I'm not really sure, but whenever I open the document, it seems to be where the owner left it, right? So I'm not sure what you'll see when you open it. So what you'll need to do, well, you'll need to enable editing because you want to be looking at the charts, and you also want to do the filter as well. So we want to do enable editing, and then it's done as I think about it. And so what the landing page for me this time was the summary delta, and you can see that they added longs on golds and they reduced their shorts. They added longs on pound, for example, but they really added shorts. They added long on euro, but they reduced their shorts. And then on Kiwi they reduced their longs but added shorts. So EN is like going to be a fairly decent sort of correlation there, where you're looking to perhaps go long euro and then sell the Kiwi, okay, because of that. Anyway, so we'll go to the chart page once we find it. There you go, and then you're going to come up here, right click, move chart, and then we'll call it net non-coms. We're just interested in the non-commercials because these guys are the big fish, right? And so we can see the euro ticked up 75,000, 82,000, 85,000, and the dollar is a stable. I knew that the dollar would just go sideways and would just sort of tread water. I didn't think it was going to go negative, and it's just been very it can be quite sly, I think. It's a bit like an alligator, you know, just waiting for its prey. Not really looking particularly weak, but it's just fairly buoyant, basically. If you think of this as like the sea line, like water, you know, sea level, it's just treading water. It's probably going to spring into action. The euro, however, did tick up higher, so the euro USD wouldn't be a good trade this week. But you can see how it's almost like it's lying in wait. Almost, it's almost like a snake. Can you see? Take the we'll keep these on. We'll look at the yen, right? Yeah, and so we've got these supports. So that is of note: 117, 113, 102. So we made a higher low and a higher low, and that was a higher low as well, and that was a higher. So not that bearish, really. Obviously, we are at a net level, a big picture, we're negative, but we're less negative than we were, and we're creating these higher lows. So there's no signal there. Obviously, there's no crossover. So let's take the euro off. Note that it's ticking higher. Aussie on, very erratic, and we actually declined 76,000 to 83,000. So it's a decrease of positions there, and the robot's got some Aussie trade, so ideally that would be ticking up higher, but we'll have to wait and see. Pound, well, okay, I thought maybe it was going to be quite negative, but there's the GU, the pound USD, the cable currency pair. There's the sell on that. You know, there's the buy because we had the 50 basis point hike, which was a surprise for the Bank of England. We really pumped, and then we dumped, and of course we had the trigger on the channel break, see, and down we came. So there's the GU sell signal, and I was sort of postulating it might have done this, where, you know, we might have like tried to bottom out and then we'd like do this sort of thing, but we didn't at all, and it got rejected. The idea was that we can do a rounding thing, but nope, they were like, no, we're selling this, and so that's the pound. So looking a little bit heavy. And we've got all this geopolitical risk as well, and that's going to hurt your risky currencies. Canadian dollar, oh, okay, 48, 48, oh wow, 48.0. Oh no, just slightly more negative now. Yeah, Okay, so yeah, 48. 600 contracts more negative than that low. So fairly bearish. It doesn't look particularly that bad, but we did break that low there. And we are already negative anyway. So once something's negative and they've added short, it adds to that bias. And so, for example, the dollar is positive, but they've added longs. You see? So you're trying to get the big picture to match with the time component. So obviously this is time, and then you're looking where the contracts, the value is in relation to the zero line. Okay. So CAD a little bit weak. It looks like it's trying to bottom, but we did actually break that low by 600 contracts. Okay, CAD off, gold on, which is going to be of note, and of course we really pumped, which isn't really a surprise. 71,000 to 149,000. This got potential to continue higher. Basically, remember the stops were at 2,000. We closed above the 2,000 line. It's a humongous amount of retail stops at 2,000, and now if I was trading gold, I would be aware that 2,000 was obviously a target for stops, and I would probably move my stop above that. So dependent on their threshold for risk, it will depend on where their final stop's going to be, but I don't imagine that they're going to keep moving it and moving it and moving it up to like 2,100, because that'll just blow them up. So we'll just have to be careful. We'll keep an eye on gold. I'll try and do like a daily analysis looking at stop loss clusters, and there'll be a promo code at the end of this video for the FX SSI indicators, so definitely worth having a look at, especially for the stop loss clusters. But it'd be interesting to see where they are for gold above, and I don't think they're going to be up all the way up to 2,100, but we'll have to wait and see. It would be pretty crazy if the retail guys did that, but they are quite a crazy bunch. New Zealand dollar, I bet it's sideways. Yeah, we're just chopping, so there's nothing really to be said there. We're negative and they've added more shorts. Remember what I was saying about where the value is in relation to the zero line. Okay, so negative but more negative. Kiwi off and Swiss franc on, and yeah, just sideways. So I will wrap up now. So pound looked a bit weak. CAD is a little bit weaker than it was, broke that support, and the dollar is doing like an alligator thing where it's just looking like it's going to spring into action, or it's going to might pump. So gold and dollar obviously a little bit out of bonk, but gold's moving probably because due to fundamentals, and also don't forget the retail guys are really short gold as well, and yen's got the supports as well, and the euro is just it's positive. And we're a little bit more positive than we were the week prior, and that's it. I wholeheartedly recommend fxssi.com and their indicators for MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's a 7-day free trial, so do have a look. There's no credit card required. You might be lacking in some sentiment awareness, analysis, and it does complement technical and fundamentals very well. Especially if you're very technical, you could be missing out on some sentiment, or if you're particularly fundamental, you could be missing out on some sentiment. This is like a sweet zone. It complements both, and it gives you a very strong bias about direction as well. So technicals are great for direction, fundamentals are great for direction, but the sentiment sits in between. Okay, and so perhaps if you're missing out on some sentiment awareness, these are the best indicators in existence in the world for that. And then you can have a look at this. You've got a 7-day free trial, and you've got your order book, and you've got your indicators, including the ratios, which are amazing. Just look at my videos on my YouTube channel and you can see how powerful the ratios are, and you can have a look. Just take your time. You've got 7 days to trial them, and if you don't like them, then that's fair enough. You don't have to renew, but we do have a code if you want to, and it's just the QuasiDB code, and it gives you a 10% discount, and that's it. So have a look, see what you think, and like I said, it's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to renew, but I think you'll probably find you will renew afterwards, because the order book and the ratios and the stop loss clusters as well are amazing. The stop loss clusters are great because you know where to target. Okay, so that's where you take profit. where people get stopped out. Okay, and that's it. So just a quick plug for the fxsci.com, and enjoy your day.